So, yeah, so please let me know about yourself.
Okay. Okay. So currently I hold around 4.0 years of experience.
Okay,
That's background noise. So I hold 4.2 years of experience, and I started my career with Pfizer, where I completed my 4 years, and recently moved to a new organization city, where around 8 months I've completed, and my core. In Pfizer, I was working in a payments project where we used to disperse funds to the client. We had a disbursement application, and in city I'm working on the equity market project. I have my skill set is Java, uh, core Java, and I Spring Boot as well as RESTful web services.
okay. So, have you knowledge on Azure, GCP?
No cloud applications as such. In Pfizer, we had just started to use AWS, but it did not proceed any further. So
So,
no
you
hands-on.
know about JWS, right? Azure, right?
No, not that. I don't have any experience in that.
Okay, okay. So, let's start with the core Java. Okay.
Okay.
So, first question, please let me know how JBM is working. You know about the
JVM.
JBM?
Yeah, it's a virtual machine. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Java virtual machine. So, like when we have the Java code, we compile it. So when we compile it, we have the dot class files. So those files are actually used by the JVM to run it. Uh, and the dot class files are called as the bytecode. So the JVM is required to use those files to run.
Okay. So, what is difference between JBM, JDK, JRE?
JRE is the platform where we run. It could be a system-based file like Linux or Windows. JDK is where we have the development tools, which is required for the Java application to uh, uh, while developing or while writing that. And J- JVM is the Java virtual machine on which the source codes are executed.
What is class loader?
Um, no idea about it.
No idea about that. So, class loader. So, because of if you running the program, how class will be loaded? Okay. So, let tell me about other part. What is difference between volatile and transient variable in Java?
Volatile and transient.
Hmm.
Um, no, not sure.
No idea.
No.
Okay. So, what is class level variable? Class
Class,
variable. What is class variable?
variables which are accessed overall within the class. So we have any methods which are written
How
within the
many
class.
types of variables in Java?
How many types?
Types.
So we have class variable, we have uh, method, and
I am asking variable only.
okay. So we have class variables and
What is instance variable? What is local variable?
instance variable is for the uh, local variable is the one which we use like within the method where I mean the scope is only inside the method. Uh, instance variable is the class level.
If any
Uh,
variable, suppose I mark as a static, okay, any
okay,
variables mark as a
okay,
static, so that variable name what to be you nominate.
that will belong to class.
So this is class variable or any other thing.
Yes, it could be a class variable as at the class level we access it. I mean,
Class
we
variable
use the
means
class name.
which is accessed by the class name. That is the class variable. Simple thing.
Right. Static methods or variables, they we use it with the help of class name.
Instance variable.
Uh, it is used only within the class.
No, but exactly you don't have give the definition. Which variables are accessed through the reference of object that call be a instance variable. If you have object, create object, so we have a reference. So reference dot the name of variable.
So,
Without
okay.
static key, if you declared any variable inside the class, that would be an instance variable. Simple definition.
Right. Variables within the class which we can, yeah.
You know method overloading.
Yes.
So what is definition of method overloading?
It comes in the term in the concept of inheritance.
Hmm. No,
Uh,
overloading is not a part of
no,
inheritance.
no, no. Yes, it doesn't come in inheritance. It is like we use the method naming same, but the parameters are different.
Hmm.
So in that case, we call it as method overloading.
So suppose I want to overload main method. It is possible in class.
No, it is not possible because it is
Why?
static, which belongs to class.
Why cannot be overload? Static method can be overload.
Uh, yes, we can because the arguments are different.
So, so main method can be overload.
Uh, cannot.
Why are not
No, I think we
overload?
cannot.
Why are not overload? You told me argument should be different. Signature should
Yes,
be same.
but the functionality will also be different. I mean, main method is basically where
Suppose
the
you have
actual
main
application.
method, you have a main method, you have write a string array argument,
Right.
you can take string argument, you can take double argument, you can take Integer argument you can take
Yes,
any
we
kind of
can, but
argument. Why are not?
right, right.
Why we cannot overload?
We can overload it. Yeah, right.
So how do you make final class in Java?
Uh, we add the keywords public, static, final, and
What is difference between concurrent hash map and hash map?
um, I don't know.
No idea. This is the
Wait,
basic question.
yes, I know hash map, but the difference between concurrent and
Okay, so
hash map.
how can synchronize hash map?
We synchronize a hash map.
Hmm. How to synchronize hash map?
Oh,
No idea.
mm,
You
no,
know the collections dot synchronized map?
no.
Collections dot synchronized map inside you can create new hash map object equal to hash map means hash map am amp is equal to collection dot synchronized map inside you pass the reference of hash map, otherwise you can create the object of hash map, new hash map. So it would be treated as a synchronized hash map. Simple.
Okay.
What is difference between hash set and tree set?
Mm,
No idea.
no.
You know a database.
Yes, little bit of yeah.
So in database, suppose you have two tables data. I want to collect through using union, union all and intersection. How do you write the query? What cases can be used union, what cases can be used union all, what cases can be used intersection, what can be cases can be used minus.
Um, from two tables, we usually use join to get the data. If we have some common column in both the tables,
Hmm.
so using that we can find we can combine the complete data, complete two tables to view that is union all. If you want to find some intersection, which means some common data, that is a common column, so we can use the inner join query to get the common data
Mm-hmm.
and union all intersection union
You know Spring Framework.
Spring Boot, yeah.
So what is difference between Bean Factory and application context?
Um, the, um, no idea.
In Spring Framework, singleton class is thread safe or thread dependent.
It's uh, that wait.
How to make REST API? Can you give can you give the detail of process?
Yes, we start with the controller.
Hmm.
So depending on the method that we use, that is HTTP methods, we put get or post. So those methods, depending on that, we create a method in the controller class, and where we have the request body, and we pass it to that method. Uh, then the method, if it is a if you have to do some service based in implementation, then the call goes to the service class, and it performs this logic if you have to get some information from a database and all, and then it returns an object back to the controller. So
What is difference between controller and REST controller? At the rate controller and at the rate REST controller.
the major difference is that if we mention at the rate controller, then we have to specifically mention the at the rate response body object. The object which is going to be returned, we need to mention it as a response body. But if we use at the rate risk controller, it is already handled within itself, so we don't have to specifically or implicitly mention it.
What
At the
is
rate,
okay? What is difference between get and post method?
so get is usually we don't have any request body for that first of all, and it is performed to get the data from like database or from cache if we have. It is only there is no operations performed. We don't send a request, but in post it is to add a new entry or to add a new entry. So we need a request body that is going to be added in the database or in the cache.
Any other differences?
Uh,
Get method, how much size of data can be take through the URL URI.
we just pass the IDs if you want some specific user
No,
to get
I am
retrieve.
correct ID, but how much size of data can be passed through the URI locator, in browser?
You is I know the URI that we have, right?
So how much size data can be processed through the gate? 1024 byte limit of size.
No, no, I don't know.
I think this is have another difference is through
Okay,
gate can be a limited size of data can be passed, but in post we can pass unlimited data as a request body.
okay, got it.
I am just telling accordingly your definition. But get and post can perform the same operations. Through the get also can be create resources and retrieve resources and update resources and delete resources. All can all kind of operation can be performed. If you want to try it after this interview, you can try it. You can get the answer.
Okay, sure.
Uh, path variable, at the rate path variable,
Yes.
at the rate request param. What is difference?
So the path variable is like in the URI we have a question mark, right? So after that we uh, oh no, the path variable is actually the one which is in the URI. If for example, if we have a get API users and we want to find a specific user, data. So we write is user ID equal to some value. So that will be a path variable, and request param is the second part of the URI where we have a where we add a question mark and then we get the rest of the parameters, and that is actually optional. If we have to pass some more specific information along with the endpoint.
Okay. Uh, so I think I have done Pratiksha because of if you want ask anything else.
Uh, just like in the project that you have, what are the key technologies or that you
Technologies
are
wise,
using?
here need to be a good in core Java, multi-threading and OOPS concept, all kind of things should be good, and rest of things need to be core, Spring Core, Spring Boot, as well as Spring Framework, good in database, Oracle or Postgres, and UI side AngularJS. So you aware about AngularJS?
No, I am only a backend developer.
Backend developer. Okay, so this is the requirement, and project is specific because of it will better way explained by the HR person,
Sure,
because of I am not sure whether they will deploy in which project because of no idea about that.
sure, no problem.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you for your time. Thank you.